Hey everyone, welcome to another weekly broadcast of my Wednesday Whispers. Tyson and I hope you're doing fantastic tonight as we are. The weather is wonderful in Carberry this evening. Um, just going to take a moment or two and wait for a few more people to pop on. Um, with that said, what can I talk about in the meantime? I am always very, very excited to talk about my tour coming up. My Central Saskatchewan Angels on the Road tour. Very, very excited about that. I will be going to Melville starting on August the 14th and then carrying on to Regina, Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, Kenora, and the tour ending in Yorkton. The tour ends um, August 24th. All right. Um, and so, with that said, there is only a spot or two left pretty much in each location that I just mentioned. So, don't leave it till the last minute. Those spots are definitely filling up. All right. That again starts August the 14th, ending August 24th for my Angels on the Road tour. If you would like um, one of those locations, one of those 1 hour private sessions with me, you can very easily go on my website, Alison'sWhisperingAngels.com, and book your spot. Okay. Uh, so yes. Good evening, Melinda. Thank you for being here. Hi, Bernice, Pam. The groupies need to the groupies need to hit one of those. Yes, absolutely, Melinda. If you and your husband would like to have a one hour session with me in one of those locations, I would love to have you guys. Okay. Hi, Joni. Hello from Austin Museum. Hello, Elton, Kelly, Amber. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you. Amber, good evening. Lorraine, Valerie, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I do want to just quickly say I am feeling much better than I was last week, and I'm very happy to be here and be able to have this broadcast with you tonight. If you feel indeed that I am connected with one of your loved ones, if you could please write a comment as soon as you indeed feel this is for you. All right. And if someone has already spoken for this loved one, but you feel, that sounds just like your loved one as well, please say something, even if it has already been spoken for. And because it is very important to me that these messages go to the right person. Okay. So please say something and I will iron out all the details and figure it out. Okay. Hi, Luann, Debbie, Tennille. Hi, Melissa, Susan, Allison. Thank you, Allison. Yes, it is very wonderful to be here with you all tonight on this lovely Wednesday night. I am going to get rolling. I definitely have enough of you on to get rolling. I'm just going to take a few seconds here, put myself into that state of mind for you all, and get rolling. All right. Real quick, there's just one more thing I want to talk about. Wednesday Whispers, and I'm sure a lot of other psychic mediums would tell you the same thing. Before any type of private session, any type of public appearance, at my Wednesday Whispers, all that, it doesn't just happen. There is definitely some work that goes into it prior, preparation, I should call it, not work. This has never been work for me. There's some preparation before. And for me as a psychic medium, um, the very, very first thing I do before every session of any kind is I say a little prayer. Okay. Very first, always, is I thank God for giving me this beautiful gift that He has given me. Okay. I always make sure that I am extremely thankful. I am so blessed to be able to help people every single day. I absolutely love it. And then after that, I reflect. Okay, some psychic mediums say that indeed they are meditating. I don't believe I am meditating. There's nothing wrong with meditating, but that's not what I'm doing. I am reflecting. And as I'm reflecting, little things, very often, just speaking about Wednesday Whispers, like tonight, for an example, when I reflect, a lot of things start rolling in, and I feel certain loved ones, certain names seem to really pop out, and I don't even know who they are. Um, and so tonight, I'm just going to pay very close attention to your first names because there was a couple of names that popped up that I felt, you know what, I bet you their loved ones are trying to bring attention to you. And I thought that was really interesting how that worked tonight. That these names were being shown to me very, very, very clearly. And so as soon as I see them, and have the chance to say it, I'm definitely going to do that. And I just wanted to quickly explain that, how a little bit of how things work for me. All right. So with all that said, I am definitely going to get rolling here tonight. All right. All right. The very first loved one that I would love to bring forward is I have this very, very happy male. Okay. I need to tell you, I call him happy because he is smiling from ear to ear. Okay. His heaven, his eternal life is absolute beautiful paradise. He is completely content and he is extremely happy. Okay. And somebody tonight needs to hear that don't be sad for him necessarily. And I mean that in the kindest way. Grief is something that is very hard to deal with. But and this gentleman, this man here is showing me that not to be sad. Okay, he is very happy. I can hear him laughing. Is very, very jolly. Okay, just the way he's laughing, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Um, I'm asking him for some more details so I know who this is. Okay. So we can figure it out. And the next thing he has let me know is he is no longer here, unfortunately, because he had cancer. Okay. Cancer has taken this man's life. Okay. I can see that he has not lived a long life. Interestingly, sometimes I see very directly what somebody looks like, what a spirit looks like, and sometimes they don't. The details, they just show things in different ways, and I want to say I don't see a clear image of his face. I just don't. Okay, I can see that he's tall though, and like I said, he passed of cancer. Okay, but he wants me to make it very clear. He must have lost all of his hair, so he must have done chemotherapy, radiation, that kind of thing. And he's showing me that his hair has grown back. Okay, and I want to say he just smiled at me, and it's like I think he has a gold cap. Okay, I think that's what he's showing me because all of a sudden it was really bright. The tooth was really really bright for a split second. Okay, this wonderful gentleman. He did not live a long life. What do I mean by that? Um, hmm, okay, uh, he's showing me what looks like he did not make his 70th birthday. That did not happen. Okay, either in his later 50s type of thing or in his 60s. Okay. Hmm. Interestingly, next he shows me that he was very, very proud to be from Saskatchewan. The reason I say that is that Saskatchewan flag is blowing in the wind. Okay, and then I can feel that proudness from him. Okay, this wonderful man. Okay. Again, if you feel that this is your loved one, please write a message as quickly as you feel that it is, and so that indeed I can make that connection happen and get the messages out as fast as possible. Okay, um, this wonderful man. Real quick, he wants me to talk about his children. Okay, I asked him, well, how many do you have? He writes me the number 3. Okay, um, he's a very, very proud man, and I want to call him a bit of a jack of all trades, because the reason why I say that, he's showing me like hammers and wood and just, but yet I feel a bit of a farm background from this man as well. Um, a bit of a, it feels like a jack of all trades kind of guy, real handyman sort of thing. Okay. Um, it shows me that he could shingle a roof. He can fix, he could do many different things. He could fix a toilet. He could build things. He could, and all of a sudden now, as I keep talking about him, I can smell something burning. Excuse me, wood burning. Like maybe the house is at some point. The house is heated with wood burning. Okay, I can feel that too about him. I can smell it. Okay. Um, all right. Good evening to you all. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, oh, I don't. Sorry, Tyson is just showing me a message. I don't. Oh, now it is. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see it at first. Okay. Wasn't coming up on my end. All right. Um, Betty, is this Donald? I'm not sure, Betty. I will ask him for some more information. Hmm. He wants me to say to you, is the month of November mean something to you, Betty? Okay. He shows up to me. Okay. Um, the month of November. And interestingly, he wants me to talk. I don't know what this is. He wants me to talk about oak cupboards, your oak kitchen cupboard, something about that. Something, I don't know. I don't know if there's something wrong, or I don't know. I don't know. Oh, his birthday's in November. Okay, absolutely. Okay. Um, and Betty, I don't know what this is. He shows me the number 6. If that means anything to you, that is the month of June as well, or it could be. I'm just wondering what the number. What does the number 6 mean? Is that a number of his that he liked, or the sixth of a month, or I'm not sure. Okay, but I just want. Hmm. And next, I want to say, Betty, he brings this to me very clearly. Um, I talked about the cupboards. I'm not sure what he's going with on that. There's these beautiful kitchen cupboards. And now he shows me something about a tree. We have 6 grandchildren. Oh, lovely. Okay, lovely. Absolutely, Betty. That makes sense. Okay. He talked about the 3 kids. Now he's talking to me about six grandchildren. Family. Family is so important. And um, I'm sorry, he's very excited. So things are flowing very, very quick. So I don't mean to be scatter. He shows me something about this. I'm seeing a big tree. I don't know if you have, if there's a big tree in your yard, or what he's talking about exactly. Hmm. Just give me 1 second, please, Betty. What is he trying to? He's showing me a tree. Um, I hope that all your trees are healthy and doing fine. Um, I don't know if there's a tree that needs to be trimmed that he wants to talk about, Betty. I'm not sure. He's really focusing on a tree. Okay. Um, as we already figured out, he's talking about his six grandkids. He talked about his children, and how important and how much love there is for all of the family. In particular, I'm not sure what he's getting at. Oh, you have a very large tree outside your kitchen window. Perfect. As I'm reading your message, Betty, thank you so much for telling me that, because I couldn't understand. As soon as you said, as I read your message, as I'm reading it, I'm getting visions of what he's trying to express to me. And that tree is very symbolic to you, because the kitchen window is where, for some reason, you miss him the most. Do you understand that? I don't know if you start thinking, it just looks like you're doing dishes, or I don't know. There's something about that kitchen window in regards to, talking to him in your heart, missing him. Okay. And that's why he was showing me the tree to talk about that spot. He knows, he's trying to show you that he's with you, and he knows this. Okay. Um, and he wants me to tell you to pay attention to a light flickering. Okay. Again, sometimes your loved ones will flicker a light to show you their presence, that their presence is with you. I know I often talk about dimes and feathers and stuff like that in people's sessions, but things like flickering lights and floors creaky and that you don't understand why, and there's all these different things that may happen. You just showed me right now, Betty, so I just need to say it to you real quick. You just showed me what looked very much like he was showing you that, like, a light flickering, and you're like, you know, there's nothing really wrong with the light bulb. Okay. I just wanted to say that to you real quick. But that's very much what he was getting at about you looking out that window, and there's that tree there. Is that indeed that is a place where you contemplate that your husband is no longer with you. Okay, Betty. Um, I just need to say that to you, and he's just wanting you to know. Okay. Um, he just showed me a great big smile on his face. Okay. He is okay. He is in perfect harmony, perfect paradise. Okay. And until you join him later, he's very happy, and he's okay. He's okay. He's surrounded by so much love. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Betty, for giving me that wonderful opportunity. Thank you for being here, and so that in therefore I could connect with Donald tonight. Okay, Betty, thank you so so much. Okay. Oh, Betty, I'm just so glad to read that. I'm so glad that that all made sense to you. That's wonderful. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. I have another male here that I would love to bring forward, and I need to talk about. First thing is his personality. That's what comes in very strong and very clear to me. This man's personality. Now I'm seeing his age a little bit, but I need to back up. I'm sorry. His personality. When I make that connection, often, like I said, things flow very, very, very fast. Oh, you're most welcome, Betty. You're most welcome. This gentleman's personality. he he's funny. He loved to joke with people. He was a bit of like a prankster. I feel that a jokester maybe is a better word for him. And I want to call him cute. What do I mean by that? Like a cute older man. Okay, I see that. I feel that very much about his personality. He was a friend to many. Okay, his personality just was absolutely lovely. Many people always wanted to be around him. Um, and he loved to, as much as, I talk about he had a lot of friends and stuff like that. Family wasn't very important to this man. Okay. Um, I'm not too sure exactly yet who he's trying to connect with. Okay. Um, hmm, hmm. He lets me know. I think he's trying to express that somebody has like a some type of autoimmune. There's some health problems here with somebody, somebody that he watches over. That's really interesting how he let me know that. Okay, someone has a lot of health problems. If I can say that on here, that is watching this. Okay, and he loves to, and he just showed me that it looks like you have boys. Okay, I don't know. I can see it. I can, one boy in for sure. I'm seeing this adorable little boy. Okay. This gentleman lets me know. He's like, stop calling me gentleman. That's awesome. That was cute. Um, I very much feel a farm background. I can feel that. I believe he's showing me there was cattle. There may have been a few horses. Um, it's really interesting how he just did that. I don't know if I've ever been. Amber could be my grandpa. All right, Amber. I will keep on going. You please let me know, Amber. Okay. Um, it's really interesting, Amber. He shows me. This makes sense. Um, right after I read your message, I've seen these really, really delicious looking, they look like air buns to me. So I don't know if he's talking about grandma was the one that made these delicious air buns or if that's you or what he is exactly talking about here. Okay. But he shows me this, what looks like an absolute homemade, delicious looking air buns. Okay. Um, he shows me extremely, I can feel and see how hard a working, he was. Now, having said that, I think this is his personality. He's like, no, no. He's like, give the credit to his wife, okay, which would be your grandmother in this situation, if this is making sense to you. Okay, give grandma, okay. Oh, and your grandma taught you to make buns. Absolutely, that's fantastic, Amber. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And as soon as I read your message, as you said that about the buns, I could see this great big delicious looking watermelon. Now, that could be absolutely anything. But when I get these very clear visions, I have to just say it. It means something. Okay. Now, whether you just ate watermelon yesterday, today, I don't know. I don't know. But I just need to say it, Amber. I could see this watermelon. Okay. I need to tell you, he's showing me what looks like camping. People have been camping lately. I understand it's summer. People are doing that. But he shows me, and I need to tell you, he shows me um, a very tired looking face, like you enjoyed camping, but you were ready to go home when you did. You were tired, type of thing. I don't know. He's showing that to me, being really exhausted. It's kind of like you needed a bit of vacation from the vacation, type of thing. He shows me that some camping, a lot of family time was had, and he just showed me there was some camping that happened, that your more family was brought together than usual. I hope that is making sense to you, Amber. He shows that to me. Okay, I just kind of felt like there's people that came for camping that wouldn't normally come, or something like that, or you had more company than usual. Okay, you got home from camping on Sunday. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, absolutely. And so I hope that's making sense, in that like you were tired, like it was good, but um, maybe too much fun was had. I don't know. He just shows me that you definitely were played out after you were done camping. Okay, I just need to say that, just showing me like just a very drained face, a tanned face, but drained and tired. Okay, um, again, and he shows me like there was more people there or something like that. Okay, um, a male in particular. I need to tell you that. He shows me like there's a male there that, I don't know. He's focusing on a male that was camping. I wonder if you know who I'm talking about. This would be really interesting to know, because I can see it. It's a male. I don't know who it is. I have no idea. I can just see, just the way these visions work. I just see little tiny things for me to say. This is a male. Okay, he's talking about there was a male there too. Okay, I'm not sure who he's getting at. Okay, um, but he's bringing attention to him as well. Okay, your grandma. I need to tell you, as I was talked about the air buns, grandma. You know, oh, you're not sure. Okay, I just need to tell you, he writes. I just read the word brother. Okay, I don't know. Okay, my uncle was supposed to come, but didn't end up making it. Oh, interesting. Okay, because I just read brother. So I don't know. I don't know what the relationship would be there. I don't know, but that's interesting. Okay, that could be what he's talking about. I'm not 100% sure. It very well could be. Okay, but the point he's trying to make is that they were with you, grandma and grandpa, in spirit. That when you're camping, okay? And I could just see as I said that your brother and his family were there. Perfect, perfect. Okay, yes. Okay. Um, I just need to tell you that, again, he's just trying to show you that they're right there with you in spirit. They love it when you go camping, and having that family time is very important. Family, family, and I know my viewers who are watching. You hear me talk about that often. Family, family, because your loved ones. That's what they, how do I put this in words? How I feel this all the time. Your loved ones, they just want everyone to be happy, first and foremost. Okay. They want nothing but happiness for you. And they want family to, if I can be bold and blunt, they just really want family to get along and love each other. Okay. Because in the end, when you do, go to heaven yourself one day, you will find out how family is all with you. So you might as well get along now. And I'm not just trying to be funny. I'm being serious about that. Family is very, very important. And Amber, I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying to you, how he feels, your grandfather feels that, being with family is most important. Okay. Um, all of a sudden, he wants me to talk about a boy. It felt like possibly yours. I do not know what you have for children exactly, but he shows me a boy growing taller, like just had a growth spurt here lately. And again, that's just his way of showing you. And interesting, as I said that, he just showed me shoes. He showed me a pair of shoes, and those shoes were getting bigger. And I think he was trying to express to me, Amber, that I think this is your child. He's expressing that your son had a like a growth spurt and needs bigger shoes. And again, like so this just happened or something here. And again, that's just his way of showing you that they're around all the time. Okay, um, they're always pretty close by, watching over each and every one of you. Okay, um, as I talked a few minutes ago to Betty about a light flickering, Amber, I want to tell you that he just showed me a feather floating and falling to the ground. Okay, so I just need to tell you that, Amber, if you have that happen, where you see a feather on the ground, you're like, that's just interesting that wasn't there earlier. I have three boys, and my oldest has had a huge growth spurt. He's taller than me at 13. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Absolutely. And I didn't have a chance to say it, but I don't know if you have a girl, okay? Or if this is a niece, but I don't know. But I was also seeing when I was saying that there was a boy that was having a growth spurt, he was showing me a girl that is, I don't want to say she's small, like that it's a problem, but maybe a little bit smaller for her age. I don't know whose girl that is. I have no idea. Okay, if that's a niece or what he's getting at there. Um, but he does show that to me as well. Okay. Um, but yes, so Amber, just please know that your grandfather, you must have been very close to him because actually I almost slipped and called him dad. Okay, and all that means, I'm not saying that you didn't have a dad or what your situation is. I don't really know, Amber, but that happened on purpose when I accidentally almost say something else. That's because your grandfather was, in a sense, like a dad to you. Okay? Oh, and your brother's youngest girl is tiny. Oh, that is fantastic. That's fantastic. It's not a problem. I just need to make that very clear. It's not a problem. Her size is not a problem. She will catch up eventually, type of thing. Okay. But again, he's just showing you little specifics, showing that he's around these beautiful little children. Okay. And yes, yeah. And so I'm glad you understand that, why I almost called him dad to you instead of grandpa. Okay. What a wonderful man. That must have been, and your grandma too. I just want to make that very clear. And I know I have to move on. I'm sorry. I could talk all day. That they come in and they connect very well. Your grandmother, real quick, she just wants to say hi. And she's really quick. She's planting. I need to tell you that. She's very much enjoying planting her flowers in her garden in heaven. Okay. And now she's pinching pierogies. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to have to move on, Amber, but just know that they're doing very well. They love you very, very much. Keep talking to them because indeed they are listening. All right, Amber. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to be able to connect with them tonight. Okay. All right. The next loved one I would love to bring forward. You are most welcome, Amber. Thank you so much for being here with me. The next loved one that I would love to bring forward is I can feel a very strong presence tonight from this lady. Okay. Um, I need to tell you her personality. She's very, very, she was a very strong and determined willed woman. Um, you wouldn't be able to stray her opinion very easily type of lady. Now, I don't mean that in any bad way. That was fantastic. That's just who she was. Okay. She spoke the truths, her truths. She was very vocal, almost blunt, maybe. But having said that, she comes across to me as extremely loving. Okay. I've asked her now to give me a little bit more information. How come she is no longer here, for an example. Um, and interestingly, um, okay, there it is. Um, she shows me that she is no longer here because of cancer. Okay. She shows me that she loved the outdoors. In particular, I don't know why she's showing me what looks like either a canoe or a kayak. I'm not 100% sure. She's just showing me that being on the water. Oh, now I see a boat too. She very much loved the outdoors. She obviously loved summer because that's what the summer things is what she's showing me. This lovely lady. Okay. I do. I think yes, yes. I believe this is cancer. She's trying to show this to me. Um, Unfortunately, this lady too did not live a long life. She's appearing to me. Sometimes I get a number, sometimes I don't, and it looks to me that unfortunately she passed. It looks like around in her 50s, maybe early 60s. Yeah, that's possible that I could be off a little bit on that. But I want to say she really looks to me like she would be in her mid 50s. Okay. Like I said, her personality is really strong. I guess as I'm continue to watch her. For people who don't haven't tuned in and watched Wednesday Whispers, very much or at all until tonight, you'll know that you'll catch me that I'm not often looking at the camera or my laptop. It's because I'm watching something, and then they're the visions I'm receiving, and then they're just somewhere in the room where I am, and it's kind of like a television that turns on and off, very, very quick. And this lady, I can't get my eyes off of her. Her presence is very strong. Okay, she's absolutely lovely. Okay, she was a friend to many. Okay, and it kind of almost feels like she's trying to connect with a sister here. It just that's how it feels. And if it's not a sister, it's a really, really good friend who was like a sister. Okay. Sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. Of it, whether there's real, true bloodline there or not. It doesn't really matter. It's the feeling of how they feel and what your relationship was like. And this absolutely wonderful lady, I believe she is trying to connect with what feels to me like a sister, or could be like a real good friend that was like a sister to her. She is just right now, she just showed me having this. I don't want to call it obsession, but she loved to purchase purses, is what it looks like to me. Okay, she liked purses. Okay, I don't know. She just showed that to me. She's smiling because I was right that I got that correct. Okay, she's kind of giggling about that. Okay, she was a fantastic mother. I can feel that too about her. Okay. I've asked her to be a little bit more specific of what kind of cancer she had to give me something. Um, and I don't see it clear enough to say it. Okay. I do not know. Sometimes I will get a very clear type of cancer in this situation. Unfortunately, tonight I am not. I just know that she did. Interestingly, um, I want to say I kept getting an L, an L, an L. And I'm wondering if maybe she had leukemia, okay? Because that's a form of cancer. But I don't know that for sure, okay? When I was asking her that, I kept getting an L. And I wonder if that's what she's trying to say to me, okay? She's bringing up the letter L for some reason, okay? This absolutely wonderful lady, okay? Um, Tamara sounds like my mom's mom. Her and my grandpa loved to fish and took us always. Oh, that's fantastic, Tamara. Um, she loved purses and she had cancer. Absolutely, Tamara, it could be. But it was really interesting how I did state, it felt like a sisterly bond here, which would be your grandmother. And that's okay. But that just means to me that you had, and oh, Sandra, your mom loved purses. Okay. Um, just give me a second. That's very interesting. Okay. Yes, it very well could be. What that means to me then, as I said, I could feel that sisterly friendship, Sandra. That means to me that you two had to been, that your mom would have been like your best friend type of thing. Okay. Um, and she had lung cancer. I'm very sorry. Okay. Yes. That there's the L. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Very well could be. Okay. Yeah. They were best friends. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tamara and Sandra. Um, I do believe that that's making perfect sense. I will carry on. Um, and, you know, I know you just told me that she had lung cancer. Now, I just want to say she showed me her smoking. Um, and she's sitting in front of like an old oh, what do you call it? I've struggled with this before. Like a box TV. I want to call that. Okay, she's showing me like obviously years ago when they still use box tube TVs with the cabinet. I'm seeing the TV screen and then it's got the wood around it. Okay, I'm seeing that. She's just showing that to me. Okay, and she's sitting in front of the television, and she's watching her regular evening programs type of thing, and she's smoking a cigarette. I just need to tell you that, and it feels like a memory that you guys definitely would know what she's talking about there. Okay, and it's really interesting. I can hear the wheels spinning, and I think she's trying to tell me that she liked to watch Wheel of Fortune. I can, that as the wheels spinning, I can hear that tick 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 tick. Um, She's just showing that to me. Okay. Watching Wheel of Fortune as she's sitting there having a cigarette. Okay. Um, and this is really interesting. I don't know why she drew my eyes to this, Tamara and Sandra. If you can, she shows me this glass. This is really interesting. She shows me this glass that you would drink out of, and it is like kind of like a dark green. Okay. Um, if that means anything to you, I can see it very, very clearly. You could drink anything out of it. You could drink alcohol. You could drink juice. You could drink water. Okay, it's an old, probably 70s. Okay, this green glass. Okay, yeah, she was a heavy smoker. Absolutely. Okay, and interesting. I don't know. I'm seeing curlers. As in she would have put those, those rollers, curlers in her hair. I can see that too at some point. Okay, she shows that to me as well. Okay, as I talk about this green glass, and that was her favorite show. Oh, that's awesome! Absolutely perfect, Sandra. Thank you for letting me know. I knew I was hearing that Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turning. I could hear it very clearly. That's great. Okay. Again, they just give these small, tiny little, almost like, well, I don't want to call them hints. They're giving you affirmations. So indeed, you know that indeed that is them. There's something that, how would I know that? Okay. There's many different shows you could have been watching. Okay. Um, and as soon as I said that, somebody liked to watch. Oh, I can see it. What is it called? And my husband could help me with this. Um, kind of like a army show. It was on all the time. Mash, Mash. Sandra, she shows that to me. I don't know who liked to watch Mash. I don't know if that was her husband or her. I don't know. She just showed that to me. Okay, and anyways, I'll carry on and because I can't spend too much time with this. And and then she moved on to Loving Bird. Somebody absolutely she wore curlers all the time. Perfect. Um, she shows me the love of birds. Somebody loves birds. Her, I feels like her. It really does. You or her. Somebody loves birds. I don't know who. Okay. Um, birds, and now I just seen an adorable squirrel. Need to say it because it's right in front of me. Okay, but she's smiling. She's happy. She takes a great big deep breath. She wants me to let you know that all her pains and her sufferings from her lung cancer and things that were wrong with her, she just showed me as I said that. There was some high blood pressure here too. All of that is gone the moment she passed instantly, and she can breathe, and then she just feels so good. Okay, I need to tell you, she's about to move on, and I can hear music playing in the background. Okay, I can hear like old country music is what it sounds like. Okay, old time country music. Yeah, all of a sudden I could just hear a fiddle. Okay, her and Grandpa loved birds. Okay. All right, perfect. Yes, absolutely. My nephew and my mom. Okay. That is fantastic. Wonderful. Okay. Um, and I need to talk about she's showing me heavy blue ornaments. Okay. They're glass. Some of them look really heavy, like that you would put on a coffee table. Um, they're like, I don't want to call them dark blue. I don't think they are. They're more like it looks more like a little bit darker than a sky blue, if I'm making sense what I'm seeing. She's showing that to me. Excuse me. Over and over and over again, I'm seeing all these different ornaments of blue. They're blue. They're blue. They're blue. Okay, there's no mistaking blue. Some type of. I have all blue ornaments. Oh, you do. That is amazing. That is fantastic. Okay, um, that's her way of bringing you up. Okay, Tamara, and she's just sending her love to you as well. Okay, um, absolutely great. Okay. Tamara, I just want to quickly say before I move on, I don't know why she just showed me you walking. I don't know what that's about. It kind of feels more like, in a way, like a hike. I don't know what she's getting at there. I hope that means something to you. Okay, she just showed that to me real quick. Um, One thing I do remember about you, Tamara, from other moments on Wednesday Whispers, is your love for dogs. I just remember that about you, and I just want to say that your beautiful grandmother. She's showing me you walking a dog, but it was more about you going on some type of hike, okay, something like that, okay, and I just don't know what she's getting at exactly. So um, and I could talk all night. I'm sorry. I have to move on. But just know that grandma and mom, you wanted to start walking now since your surgery. That is great. That is fantastic. Your grandma is trying to show you, Tamara, that your grandma is with you and she knows your thoughts. She's with you in spirit. Okay? That is her point. That is what she's trying to show and prove to you. Okay? Keep talking to her. Um, Sandra, you as well. Keep talking to them because they are listening. And Tamara, that's exactly her way of showing that to you. Keep doing that. Okay. Um, I, and she shows me you walking, Tamara, and something about you feeling healthier when you do. So please do that. Okay, that is inspiration from Grandma. You can do it, and she just wants you to feel good and be happy. And more importantly, she shows me that more mentally that will make you happier. It's a good thing to go walking. Okay, I just wanted to make that very clear that that's what she's talking about. Is she wants you to be mentally happy. She wants you to be a happy person, and so do that. Go walking. Okay. All right. So, indeed, thank you so much, Tamara and Sandra, for being here with me tonight. It was an absolute pleasure. Okay. All right. The next loved one I would love to bring forward is I have an older gentleman here. Okay. You're most welcome. Hey, you're most welcome, Sandra. Okay. I have a gentleman here. Now, the first thing I can see is, my goodness, he's tall. This is a tall man. He was 6 feet for sure. Okay. He's tall. Okay. He has a very nice smile. Uh, I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but he wants me to talk about twins. Okay. There's twins here. I don't know if he's a twin. Twins run in the family. He's showing that to me. Okay. Something about twins. Okay. Hmm. Interestingly, I don't know what he's getting at. I don't know if this is his wife or who he's talking about. It's definitely someone he loves, but it's female, and he's showing me that she unfortunately had dementia. Okay. Oh, Ross. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ross. Um, Watching on YouTube. Thank you for being here. You have twins. All right, Ross. Okay. Again, as I was saying, this gentleman, um, tall, tall, and he shows me a lady having dementia. Okay, this lady had a good long life, but unfortunately, dementia was an issue, and she is no longer here. Him, on the other hand, short for Roslyn. Beautiful. All right. Thank you for being here. Um, I need to tell you that this man. Hmm. I don't know why he just opened up his wallet. I don't know. That was interesting. And there's a bunch of cash in it. I have no idea what that's about. Hopefully we can figure that out. Hmm. Okay. All right. Anyways, this man, he's very kind, but at the same time, as I say, I always talk about how lovely people are, spirits. They come in so loving and warm and kind, and but this man, he seems, his personality seems a little bit on the quieter side. Okay, um, I'm not shy, just more a man who'd watch and reserve and watch things, watch things happen, and just not say too much, so to speak. Okay, not exactly the center of attention kind of man. Okay, a little bit on the quieter side. Again, he's bringing attention about twins, twins, twins. Okay, um, hmm. I want to tell you, he shows me the love for water, whether that be fishing. Um, he just gave me that real true feeling of loving to be on the water in a boat, that type of thing. This wonderful man. Okay, I do not know at this time how he passed. I'm just not seeing it, so I'm not going to guess or say anything in that regard. I just don't know. Okay, um, hmm. He's making reference to males here. I need to talk about that. Um, Amber says, sounds like my father-in-law. Very interesting, Amber, because I stopped my sentence, but I could see the reference of males, like he's showing me male, male, male. You know, I wasn't seeing any females in here. So when you say your father-in-law, so then that would mean to me this would be your husband's father. So male, 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 right? That's really interesting. But I want to carry on, Amber, just to make sure. Okay. Um, as I said, I'm not 100% sure what he passed from. His mom had dementia. No way. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay. I'm very sorry. That's, dementia is such a hard thing. But no, the moment they pass, that dementia's gone. That is just instantly. They remember better than people that didn't have dementia. Okay. Um, but this wonderful man, he is so kind and gentle and quiet, smiling from ear to ear. Okay. Um, Again, I'm just not sure what he passed up strong enough to say what it was because I just don't know. But twice, though, I just want to tell you, Amber, he drew me a heart. Now, sometimes they draw me a heart because they had heart problems. I just don't know for sure, though. Okay, I don't. But I'm just telling you, he has drawn me a heart a couple of times in this time of connecting with him. Okay. Um, and I just need to say, somebody enjoys a cold alcoholic beverage. Okay. Um, okay, Ross. Again, as I just said, he's showing me drinking what looks like a cold beer. It's a cold alcoholic beverage of some kind. He's making that clear to me. Okay, I'm not saying there was a problem or not a problem. I don't know with that, but he's just showing me. He passed of a heart attack. Okay, Amber. Yes, would be drawing me the heart. Okay. Yes, I do believe indeed, Amber, um, that this is indeed your father-in-law. Okay, and Leanne could be your brother. I'm just again I'm gonna ask for something extremely extremely specific. Okay, Amber, I just need to ask you a question. He shows me what would look like the generation to be your husband, okay, or partner, whatever your situation is. Okay, um, for your husband to be not of a tall man is what he shows me. I don't know why he chose to show me that, but he did. Okay, because I have no idea what your husband or partner looks like, but he shows me that he is not a tall man. Okay, um, if, let me know if that makes sense. That's true, I guess. Okay, when I ask for something specific, and he wants me to talk about it looks like you wanting to get your nails done but don't. I don't know if you understand that, what that's about. I don't know. Okay. Um, hmm, beautiful. In the meantime, as I just wait for your response here, real quick, I'm just going to carry on and let you know that this man, as I already spoke of his personality and all that, he's very very happy. Uh, Oh, he's shorter than his dad, but he is 6 feet. Oh, interesting. So his dad was that tall. Okay, okay. It could be. I'm a little bit surprised by that answer. I'm just being honest with you. I would never. I don't like to be like, oh yeah, yeah. You know, I like to be very honest, and I'm a little bit surprised by that. I thought he was trying to express that your husband is, a shorter guy, which 6 feet is not. But that's okay. I'm gonna ask him for one more. Do you know, Amber, who really likes ginger snaps? That was brought to my attention. He just showed that to me out of the blue, something very specific. He brings that up as well. I don't know if that's your husband or who that is. Someone really liking ginger snaps. Okay. I know that's you generally a Christmas cookie, but that's just really interesting that he brings that up. Okay. And I don't know why. And all of a sudden, he showed me something about somebody hunting, like meaning I think he's showing me hunting for deer. Okay, Amber. Just let me know real quick. And but like I said, in the meantime, just know that this man is so would be your father-in-law. He's doing very well and he's very happy. He's very content. He's smiling and he's very much. I think the point here, though, more than anything. Excuse me, um, his dad was 6'4", and his dad was 6'7". Oh wow. Oh wow. There is an extreme amount of height difference there. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, absolutely. So Perry is the short one of the family, and Perry. likes ginger snaps. That's fantastic. Yes. Okay, Amber. Indeed, this is your father-in-law. I truly feel that way. That is impressive. Your father-in-law here connects very well. And I just want to let you know that he is smiling. And the point here, though, more than anything, I believe, is that not that this message isn't for you, but I just want to make it very clear how he is watching over your husband, Perry. Okay. That's very important that he hears that. If you can relay that, if he's not watching, um, just for him to know that his dad indeed is watching over him, and he just put his chest out in proudness. And I would want to say that real quick. He's very proud of the man that he is. He's very proud of the father that he is. And he tells me real quick that, Amber, that you would agree that your husband is indeed a wonderful father. Okay. No, and you are a wonderful mother. And but he's just shining light on your husband here tonight. Um, it just makes that notion very, very clear. And he's with him all the time. He just showed me some tears, just symbolically showing me how your husband misses his dad very, very much. And grief is hard. I personally understand. Okay, I've lost my father, and I get that. Okay, but he's just trying to let him know that he's right there with him, and he's not far away. Okay, and so he just wants his son to be very aware that he's doing just fine. Okay, and again, very proud of the man that he has, the husband and the father that he has turned out to be. Okay. All right. So, absolutely, Amber. Just please, please know that. Okay. Um, I do want to say that Wednesday Whispers is something that I am extremely fond of. I'm very proud to do it. I do it as many Wednesdays as I can. There are definitely times when it's not possible to do my Wednesday Whispers, but I definitely try my very best to dedicate this 1 hour to all of you, to my viewers who are watching. Okay. And in return, I am asking you to please share my broadcast. Just take a couple seconds, hit the share. And the reason why I'm asking that of you is because the more you guys share it, it makes a total difference on how many views are seen of this broadcast. And the reason why that's important to me is because it sparks interest into more people. And the more people that come and watch Wednesday Whispers, the more people I get to help. And that's all I'm asking for in return from you, is to please share my broadcast so I can help more people. Okay. Very, very important to me. And I am so thankful. There's so many of you that tune in almost every single Wednesday. Some of you every single Wednesday. And that does not go unnoticed. I am so blessed to have you watching my Wednesday Whispers. I thank you for your dedication and your time as well. Okay. I wish that I could give a message to each and every one every week. It's just not possible. Okay. You're more than welcome to reach out and book a 1 hour session with me. I do many sessions through video. I do many sessions over the telephone, and of course, I do sessions in person here in my home office. And I travel quite a bit to different places. Okay. But I just wanted to make that clear as well, that I do indeed do sessions, video calls all the time. And in my opinion, they are just as successful. Okay. If you want to know a little more detail about that, absolutely go on my website, Alison'sWhisperingAngels.com. Excuse me. There are numerous reviews of experiences that people have had with me, and many of them really are video calls and telephone calls. Okay, because I am helping people all over. I've helped people in Germany. I've helped people in other provinces. I've been, and it's just being able to connect. The easiest is often through the internet, and so that is how I'm doing a lot of my sessions. So if you're interested to have a 1 hour time with me, I would love to do that. All right. So thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. And until then, everybody, please take care and be good.